If I could go back and speak to younger me, the insecure, shy little boy who didn't like the way he looked or felt, I wouldn't give him some bullshit life advice. I'd say put on a pair of fucking trainers and start running, because I was never the same. And it was the first step to becoming the man I wanted to be. Just run, bro. Don't overthink it. Just go put on your trainers and go for that first run. Don't worry about how shit or how good it's going to be. Just go for that first run. And you learn more about yourself in that 5-10 minutes you spend running than you will thinking about it for the rest of your life. When you stop thinking and you start taking action, that's when your life starts to change. I would say don't overthink this shit. Just go and go for that. Don't overthink this shit. Go for that first fucking run and see how you feel. It's probably going to feel hard. There'll probably be a lot of resistance. You probably won't want to do it. But if you do it and you have the courage to try, you'll be better off than the person who never has the courage to try. A lot of young guys tend to procrastinate over a load of things, and one of the things I procrastinated on for months, if not, I would say mainly for months, but when I spent months procrastinating. Oh shit. I spent months procrastinating on the idea of starting running, and I always had these questions of, I don't know how to run, I don't know how to stretch, I don't know how to warm up, I don't know how to, what are other people going to think about me, what if someone sees me running, what if I get too cold? Like, I had all these racing questions in my head, and these were all just extra barriers I put upon myself, and that stopped me running. When in actual fact, all that shit goes in the bin the moment you start running, because you forget about all this shit and you realize all you need to do is just do. All of a sudden, these kind of questions, all this bullshit in your mind kind of dissipates, and when you actually start doing the thing, the only thing you focus on is doing the thing, being running. And all these kind of things you think about, or things that you think are stopping you from doing it, actually aren't in real fact, they're just in your head. And when you don't overthink and you just start, that is what makes a difference. And I want to move on into my next point, which is people don't give a fuck about you. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. I mean it in like a fact of, if you're one of these people, who think, I don't want to go for a run because I don't want to look weird, or I don't want to, what are other people going to think of me, or what if someone sees me running and I stumble and fall over? No one gives a shit, bro. It took me so long to realize that no one cares about you. Not in the I keep saying that in such a tone deaf manner. I don't mean like no one cares about you. I mean like if you're fucking if you're trying something for the very first time and there's people about seeing you run for the first time and you kind of have no fucking clue what you're doing, but you're going and you're trying anyway, I promise you no one's going to notice. People are so absorbed in their own life, they're worried about themselves not looking stupid. They haven't got time to pay attention to you and worry about, look, this guy's running for the first time, he looks like a fucking idiot. That doesn't happen. That is not what happens when you go out for your first run. What in actual fact happens is you go for your first run, you get out of breath very quickly, your legs start to hurt, your mind starts to regret, why did I even start running? But afterwards, you know what starts to happen. You go for that first run, you get tired, out of breath, fucking sweaty, all like musky and shit, but the feeling you get after doing something hard for the very first time, what you realize is that you start to feel good after going for that first run. All of a sudden, all that pain and anguish you felt when you started running and you got to take a break after you'd done your first run, and you're like, oh shit, I feel good after doing that. Why haven't I done this before? And I would say, don't even pay attention to anyone or your surroundings. I mean, pay attention to your surroundings, obviously, if you're running outdoors and you're running across public roads and stuff, obviously pay attention then, but don't pay attention to the people. because they have very little effect on your runs. If they shouldn't even impact your runs at all, because in truth they probably don't care, and you shouldn't care either. My next point is that respect follows action. And when you start to take action and you start saying you're serious about doing something, and you literally show yourself doing it, and you're staying committed and you're staying consistent, what starts to happen is that when you start to build consistency and you start to make a real turn in your life, and you say, you know what, I want to commit myself to getting better at something. You've got a goal in mind. I want to get better at running. I want to be able to run a 5K in 3-4 months from now. You start to take action, and then you may not even notice this, because I definitely didn't when I started, is that people start to notice you working hard. They may even see you running, and you may not even see them on your runs. That's happened to me on a few occasions where I've been on runs, I've been grafting, I'm so focused on my own runs, but other people have actually seen me, but I've not even acknowledged it. And then like a few weeks later, an old friend of mine from school, I saw him in the gym, and he's like, oh shit, I see you running, bro. Good shit, bro. I was like, oh fuck, really? Like, I didn't expect him to come up to me and be like, oh, I see you grafting, mate. Good on you, mate. I was like, holy shit. Like, I was so zoned in on my run, I didn't even acknowledge anyone actually watching me. And I felt like I gained a sense of respect from him, because I was working hard, I was taking action and working on bettering myself. And then he must have seen me run somewhere. I have no clue where, but he must have seen me. And this kind of spurred me on to keep running and stay motivated, because someone I hadn't spoken to in a few years saw me running somewhere, and they were like, good shit, bro, nice one. I was like, oh fuck yeah. I felt like 5-10 times better because he said that. It's like, oh mate, you're a grafter, you are. I was like, you know what, you're right. And this happened with some of my close friends as well, and also my parents. When you start to work on yourself and start to improve yourself, you got a goal in mind, you work towards it. Let's say you want to become a better runner, people see you out on runs, you will gain respect from them because you're working hard towards something. You're working on your own fitness, your own health. People have got no other choice but to respect you because of that. And moving on from that, you have to start in order to grow and get better. Running is more than just fitness. Running's about being able to run from A to B. Sure it is, yeah. But it's just more than that. Yes, in a literal sense, yeah, running can make you fitter and healthier. You can be able to climb up the stairs and not get out of breath, sure. You'll be fitter, healthier. You won't get tired as quickly. But the things you may not directly notice is that you're starting to become more disciplined, and you may even notice that all of a sudden you start feeling a bit more competent. You start feeling a bit more confident about yourself. And what I mean is, when I started running again in August 25, I felt like a part of me was missing, because for most of my life I've kind of been like a shy, timid teenager. And when you start to work on yourself and level up, you've got a goal in mind and you want to level up towards it, you can only help but feel more confident and proud of yourself, because you're working hard at something and you're getting better. You gain respect from other people, and you're also respecting yourself, which means your self-esteem goes up, and then your confidence goes up, and then it's like this never-ending cycle that, oh, I'm working hard and I feel great because of it, I'm going to keep working hard. And as a result of that, your discipline goes up, because you're starting to reap the rewards of working hard and feeling great in confidence. And because of that, you're more likely to stick to your goals and have that positive reinforcement of saying, you know what, I feel great. I look better than I did before. I feel better. I don't get tired as quickly. I have more energy. I'm going to keep doing this shit because I enjoy it and it's fun. And because I'm feeling so good because of it, I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to keep running, and I'm going to progressively get better and better. And what I want to say is, just to wrap things up, is to destroy your limiting beliefs and make the first step. Your limiting beliefs, whatever's stopping you going on that first run, I want you to take that belief and fucking throw it out the window. Because, in all honesty, there's no reason why you can't go on your first run today. There's absolutely no reason why you can't. If you've got the time and the energy, go for it. If you haven't got the time, make the time. I promise you right now, if you say you haven't got the time, what's your screen time, bro? What's your screen time? If it's anything more than 5-6 hours, you're bullshitting yourself. You've got more than enough time to go for a run, and it doesn't have to be a long run. I dedicate, or I slot out about 30-40 minutes of my day. That's all it takes to go for a run, and then go for the 5-10 minute shower after. That's all it takes. You don't need any more than that. Out of the 6 hours of screen time you got, probably more for you guys, you definitely have time. You just don't realize it. And if you want to join like-minded guys on the same path and starting their running journey, top link in the description. I'll see you.